So Saudi Arabia shocking the world, shocking Argentina. 2-1 win, come from behind win against the Argentines. Ivans, let me start off with you. Shocking result, especially after Lionel Messi had given Argentina the lead after, just 9-10 minutes?
Exactly, and the Saudis did it the hard way. You know, this is the first time Argentina have lost when they've taken a lead since 1930.
Interesting.
It doesn't normally happen. Yeah.
Asian team at the World Cup as well, so a lot of records.
Far back as 1930, so I think it's a huge...
Wasn't that the first World Cup?
For Argentina to take a lead and lose like that, it doesn't normally happen, so it's got a huge one. And I think this 2-1 result for Saudi Arabia goes into the history book as one of the major upsets. I think alongside the Senegal-France one 2002, I think there will be joint upsets. It's a huge result for the Saudis.
I think it's up there with North Korea, Italy. In the 1966 World Cup.
So, but I think I'll move that one above that because no one, absolutely no one, even the Saudis themselves didn't expect to beat Argentina. And for me, I think kudos to the man Hervé Renard. This is what I call a tactical masterclass from him. And kudos to him also for what he did for the Black Stars. Yes, I think many of the credit have gone to him winning the AFCON with Morocco, with Ivory Coast and also Zambia. But he was part of our technical team for the AFCON 2008, where he finished at the semi-final stage. So let's take some credit.
I'm against him because he
take some credit as well.
AFCONs in my book.
Yeah, so let's take some credit as well that he was also part of the Black Stars team 2008. But I think that he had studied the Argentine team and exploited them and realized that, there was one thing they did in the first half, which was to go high line. So it was a high defensive line. And then they tried to set what I call an efficient offside trap. They believed in each other so well that even when the Argentines were making a run, you could sense that the Saudis knew what they were up to. And to take such a risk against Lionel Messi, Lautaro Martinez, and also Angel Di Maria, then you must be a top-class coach. Because these are attackers that can breach your high line anytime. But the Saudis kept doing this over and over and over. And kudos to the VAR team as well.
Yeah. You want to hear an interesting stat about the offsides? The 10 offsides in this game was more than Argentina had in the whole of the last World Cup.
Wow. In this encounter. Well, somehow. But the Saudis were so efficient that even when they went mid-block defending, they were confident in what they were doing. Yeah. And at halftime, many felt it was done and dusted because of what we had seen in the first half, where Argentina were favourites. Yes, they took the lead through Lionel Messi. I think that for that penalty incident, yes, some of us may have our question marks as to when that sort of challenge became a big deal in football. Because we've seen defenders do this way back.
But they have said that they are trying to clamp down on this. Because we did see it in the Iran game as well, the Iran penalty. So it looks like they are trying to make it less of a thing.
My problem with that penalty decision was the fact that the referee had an opportunity to look at the replay. And when he looked at it, yes, the Saudi defender had his arms around Romero. But Romero just started going down on his own volition. It wasn't as a result of the force. And once you see that, I think you should read between the lines. He was clearly playing for it, but
I think once your arms are around the guy, your arms are around him. So whatever happens next, once he tries to move, you are impeding him. That's what he said. They said they are trying to cut down on it. You see, you can't say that we've seen it before and we are going to go with it. We are trying to.
Even the Argentines were shocked with the penalty they had. They didn't even expect the penalty because we know this is part of football and all that. So when they were awarded the penalty,
because Romero himself knows that if he gets in his own box, he will do something.
I think looking at how the Saudis were composed, even after going down by a lone goal and how they set up, there was something they did in the second half which I loved so much. After respecting the Argentines in the first half, it was now show time for them. Now let's take the game to the Argentines. Let's try to take off that respect we had for them. And I had a clip of the pep talk that Hervé Renard gave to his team. You could sense that he was screaming at the guys that the first half was a friendly game that he gives to the Argentines. They need to go out there and respect the fans in the studio and give them a showing. And that's what they did. They took the game to the Argentines. And we know Argentina is that team that just doesn't like to be at the back foot. They don't like defending. And yesterday we see that when they were under pressure, Nicolas Otamendi, Romero were all struggling, including the left back, Tagliafico. They were all struggling there. And when the Saudis tried to attack the Argentines and had the equalizer, then there was that belief that, okay, we've scored now. Let's try to see if we can get another goal. And the second goal from Dawsari. I think that it's at the moment, reaching out for goal of the tournament.
He's the same player who scored their winner against Egypt at the last World Cup.
Exactly.
Wow.
And he was the MVP at the AFC Champions League for Al Hilal. So he's been having a good last few years.
Exactly, a top player. Look at how he just cooled the ball, took on the Argentines. 1, 2, 3, and the placement beyond Emiliano Martinez. This is a player who is confident to do this. And when they took the lead, I just saw Hervé Renard trying to change his formation again. Now that they've taken the lead, let's revert to what? A low block defending. And see, brilliant. The Saudis just knew what they expected to do on the pitch. And for Hervé Renard, I'm sure he had looked at this Argentine team when the draw was made. And he had thought about this game way back. He knew
they've been in training camp for 3 months.
He knew what to do.
Maybe he spent the whole month on this game alone.
He had worked. He had worked on the Argentine team, exploited their weaknesses, and I'm quite disappointed in the coach of Argentina, Lionel Scaloni, that if you are battling a tactician in that regard, who is trying to tweak his formation, tweak his system, and is beating you,
should be a bit smarter in game.
Must fight as well. And that's one of the major issues that many Ghanaians have with our coach, Otuado, that if it comes to a tactical battle, do we have a tactician?
Let's relax. Well? We are talking about Argentina, but this is a World Cup daily on Citi TV. My name is Daniel Cranton. We'll take a quick break here. When we come back, we'll continue the conversation. Don't go away.